Today we're taking a look at the brand new Dehancer Desktop Photo Editing app. Meowdy, and welcome back to another video. Special shout out to Dehancer Film Emulation for sponsoring today's video. They kindly provided me with a month license to check out the brand new desktop photo editing app for both Windows and Mac. I've been using the Mac version for about a month, and about 2 weeks ago I started using the Windows version just to see if there's any major differences. But first, let's go ahead and hop in and edit a few photos. All right, I have the desktop app all booted up on my Windows PC. If you're on a Mac, it's exactly the same. The interface looks exactly the same, so don't worry too much about anything being in a different spot or anything like that. You have your navigation on the left side, and on this big open area here is going to be your thumbnail viewer. In fact, let me show you. I have a folder already set up with a bunch of raw folders. If you're working on multiple projects at once and you want to keep track of things, what I suggest is going into each folder or each location that you want to keep track of and adding a little heart to that. And what that does is basically just adds a favorite. So you can go back and forth, keep track of, different projects, different things you're working on. Interface wise, it's pretty simple. You have a little bit of file information that you can turn off or on. For right now, we're going to keep it on, and I'm gonna go over the reasons why in just a sec. But you also have a little bit more information about file sizes, file amounts, stuff like that. I will say on bigger folders, if I have a folder that has a lot of photos in here, I'll turn off the file information, because what that does is that just gives you a little bit more real estate to kind of look at certain things if you're trying to get to a certain photo at a certain time. But for right now, let's go ahead and start a new project. We're not going to do all of these. We're just going to pick 3. Let me see. Let's do Control Select. We'll do this one too, and we're going to do the cat. So I have 3 selected. We're going to right click and add those to a new project. Let's just keep it simple. Project 1. Now that we're in the project pane, we can keep track of this. So if we have to step away from the computer, we have to shut down for tonight or anything like that, we can come back and we're gonna have all our work here ready to go. Let's start with this one right here. Seems like it's gonna be a little bit of a problem because it's a smidge underexposed. So let's start with this. If you've used the photo plugin for Dehancer, so like the Lightroom plugin or the Photoshop plugin, you know that this looks exactly the same. If you're new, we have your edits right here. Sorry. We have your editing set right here, your preview set right here. Let's go ahead and get to work on this one. I think what I want to do is I want to keep it pretty simple. I want to keep it pretty simple on the initial emulation. So I think I'm going to go with let's go ahead and go with Portrait. I know you're not going to like it. I'm sorry, but it's flowers. Come on, let's do Portrait 800. Actually, you know what? How does gold look? Ooh, it's a little dark right now. So let's pick 800. Okay, now very dark. Let's bring this up a little bit. I'm going to take it off auto exposure and see how we look. Okay, not too bad. Let's keep it right there. Let's zoom in real quick. I want to make sure I don't want to do any sharpening or anything like that because we don't really have that option with this specific processor right now. But I just want to make sure I like the amount of green that we have right now. And I don't. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more adjustments here. I still think we're a little dark, so actually, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit, and you'll see why in just a sec here. Right around there. So I know my highlights are a little rough, but it's okay. I don't think I want this that yellow, but let me see. I want a little bit of warmth to it because we're already doing a little bit more of the portrait side, but I don't want it yellow. Okay, let's bring that to a little bit more on the magenta side. I think I'm good there. Let's do some more adjusting. I like the contrast where it's at. I think if I can move the gamma a little bit, we might be able to do a little bit with the shadows. Let me see. How extreme can we be? Before, after? It's fine, it's fine. Boost the color just a smidge more. Now here's where I want to adjust this highlight area here. Let's do a little bit of that. We're going to adjust the white point on the expand portion. Let's bring you up. We're going to basically introduce a little bit more brightness to it. Black point. So here's what I want to do. Here's where I want to do the lifted shadows, if you will. So let's move that over. So here, let's do an extreme. No shadows. Only shadows. So let's find a little in-between point. That's a little too much. I think right around there is good for my eyeballs. Okay. Other than that, I think we're good. Let's for what I want to see, sorry. I do want to zoom in once more, and I want to bring up that grain though. I want to keep it right at the minimum, but I definitely want quite a bit more, because I just think the grain emulation that Dehancer does is just best in class. Best in class, I think. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. In fact, I think I'm gonna dial it back just a smidge. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more grain to the highlights too, just to kind of diffuse it even more. Okay, now, before I go any further, let's say I've gotten this far and I haven't hit apply. Nothing's saved yet. What I want to do, just to be safe, is I want to keep this as a snapshot. That way, if something were to happen, or if I want to go and try like a black and white, let's see how that looks. No, not my favorite right now. It's actually kind of good. If I want to go back, I can just go back to what that was. Maybe I have to apply first. Let's hit apply. There we go. And we're back. There we go. Let's finish up. This isn't quite exactly where I want it. I think I want to go ahead and I want that contrast boost just a little more. So I was at 0. Let's bump it up just a smidge more. Before, after. A little too much, sorry. I think we're gonna be good right around there, right around there. That's just for me, just for my eyes. Let's add all the little extra bits that I really love to do. I don't want halation on this one. We're changing things up just a little bit. We're gonna do halation. We're gonna do halation. I'm gonna show you why. We're gonna go real super dreamy. Super dreamy. This is one of the things I think Dehancer does really, really well. I'm gonna bring up that impact. Nope. Let's see if we're even gonna have any kind of, oh, nope. Bear with me for a second, guys. There we go. Depending on how dark your screen is, you might not see these guys just yet, but let's take a look. Oh, that's wonderful. So here we go. Off, on, now. Between the two, I think Bloom is probably my favorite thing that Dehancer does, to be honest. It's one of my favorite things to use. It's basically a mist filter in a plugin. All right, so once again, I put this in mask mode because it's a little bit easier for me to manage. All right, so that's kind of where you're gonna see all the bloom there. I think I want more. We're gonna go over the top. Dreamy, so dreamy. Okay, we're gonna keep it like that. I really, really like that. We're gonna apply a new snapshot just to be safe, but I kind of dig that. Let's go ahead and do our Instagram crop because that's where we are. We do everything for Instagram, and I want a little bit of those highlights up there. Okay, now we're all cropped up. You know what? Let's just do another snapshot just in case. All right, we're gonna hit apply, and now we have everything all saved there. We have a good little info right here of what film stock you used. Okay, So now that we've gone through the process for the first one, I want to match all these up. And when I say match, I want to get these all similar. We're going to have to go in and do a little bit more editing since they're all at different exposures, but this makes it so much easier than the previous way of doing it in plugin. Right click and copy edits. And we're going to go ahead and you can control all or command all or whichever and paste if you have a lot more. But since we're only doing 3, we're just going to paste edits, and we're gonna paste edits, and then we're gonna go in individually and do each edit here. So now we're on the moon pick here. I think the crop is not too bad, but I think what I want to do is let's make it a little bit brighter. So what does auto exposure look like? It's actually pretty good. That's more along the lines of what I want here. We are going to bring that grain down just because I think it needs it, but to each their own. Let's drop some of the contrast. Gamma correction is pretty good. I think all I'm really going to do is we're going to drop some of that grain to right around there. Let's bring it down just a smidge more. We're going to drop it from the highlight so you don't see it too much on the highlight. Well, you'll still see it, but it won't be as strong. Everything else, though, I think is pretty good. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. So one more snapshot for this guy, or one snapshot for this guy, just in case. Hit apply. And now we're matched up pretty good, in my opinion. All right, let's talk about cat. Let's fix this crop, though. A little bit more. Here we go. Hit apply. Oh, sorry. A little too far. We're going to add a snapshot for that. And now you can tell that there's way too much bloom, way too much halation for this one. So I need to go in and adjust. But I think everything else, actually I take that back. Everything else we might have to bring down a little bit also. But let's get these guys a little bit less strong, if you will. We'll dial it back just a bit. So the grain is kind of where I want it. Let's get this halation and bring it down. Put you in the mask mode. Bring it down. Let's keep it there, but let's bring the impact down a bit. Amplify is going down a little bit. Actually, a lot. Probably right around there. Let's see how we look. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's add a snapshot just in case. Bloom is also just a little much. Just a little much. Let's bring amplify down. Let's see what the highlights look like. Bring that down just a little bit more. Even more. Right around there. Looks not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see how we look. Let's do a quick off, on, very, very subtle. Let's maybe do a little bit higher. Okay, now we need to fix this. This is a bit blown out. So I think what I'll try first is auto exposure and see what it does. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let me see if I can work with that. I want to bring that up a little bit. Bring that down. I'm gonna boost the brightness with the white point just a little bit. Now, I definitely, since this is a lot darker, I think I want to bring the black point a little bit more to the darker side. And you know what? This is good. This is good. This is good. Real quick, before I lose my train of thought. Let's see if we can make this not that warm. Oh, just a little bit warmer. And then a little less green. Oop, not that much, not that much. Okay, right around there. Now, we're gonna add, if there's not one already, a little bit of you know, there's a vignette on there. Let's add a little more just to kind of accentuate this almost natural vignette. All right, one more snapshot and we're good. I'm gonna hit apply, and there we go. Now, all I'm gonna do is select everything and right click and do export. We're gonna just keep all that information. I have a folder set up already. Start processing. Just a few moments there, and then we're gonna open up that folder. So give me just a second to open up everything and then we'll take a look. Okay, let's take a look at our final edits here. We have the moon pic, which has a little bit more subtle on the grain. I guess it's not quite subtle. You can definitely see the grain, but from what I typically do, it's a little bit more subtle on the grain. Here's our really, really dreamy flower pic, which has that, some might say, over the top bloom, but I really like that dreamy look on occasion. I don't do this for everything. I don't go this extreme for everything, but it's fun to do every once in a while, especially when it fits the narrative of what you're trying to do, what you're trying to say, so on and so forth. Here's Cat. Lovely kitten. This one's actually, now that I look at the export, it's very, very subtle on that film look. So this is honestly closer to what I would export for like a client photo or something along those lines. Not necessarily something I'm trying to make look like I shot, developed, and scanned in my own film. Something I would just a final professional edit. This is kind of along the lines of that, which is great. So if you want to just use it as a photo editor, you can probably get some really nice rich tones with just a few clicks, just using the presets and turning off the grain and stuff like that. But that's not what I use it for. I use it to make film photos out of digital photos, basically. Let's hop out of here and let's do some final thoughts. Okay, so what do we think about the Dehancer Desktop app after about 4 weeks? It's brand new, so I'm going to grade on a little bit of a curve here because it's brand new. Starting off with the Mac version on my M3 MacBook Air, it ran really well. Runs really, really good. On my Windows PC, which granted is a little bit older, I did have to make a few adjustments to get it to run to a state that I was happy with, so to what you were seeing. But keep in mind, it's a brand new app. It's only going to get better. If you don't do a lot of film edits, kind of how I do, most of my content is it looks like film. I love the vibe of that. If you don't do a lot of it, I would suggest trying the demo out first and seeing how you like it. If you do a lot of edits and you want to just go ahead and jump in, what I would suggest starting with a month subscription. You can use the code BLUESVIOLET, save you up to 2% on subscriptions, but try for a month, see how much you're putting out. If you notice that you're using it like on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, go ahead and upgrade and just get the year subscription. I would kind of navigate it that way. That way you're not locked into something you don't necessarily think fits your vibe. But for me, I would just jump in, get the year subscription, save a little bit of money on that end, and then you have it for the year. You don't have to worry about anything else. You get all the upgrades going in, and whatever improvements and anything that they add to it, you're gonna have access to. So I think that's personally the way I would go, but with the caveat of I output a lot of stuff like that. A lot of my content is like that. A lot of my photos are like that. A lot of client work is like that. That's why I think something like the desktop app is great for someone like me. If you're doing a lot of this for work, if that's your style, if that's your look, then this is going to be quite an amazing tool. If you're not, then try the demo, see if you like it. You probably will if you're really into film. If it's only something you want to do every once in a while, I don't think it's going to be a great fit for you. But if you're a film nerd like I am, if you like that vibe, if that's the kind of content that you produce for clients, then this is going to help streamline that quite a ways. It's really fun, and it also has a lot of tools that I think professionals will end up using, like organizational tools that professional would use. There we go. That's a lot of words. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you think. You have questions, anything like that? Let me know in the comments. I've been using it for a little bit, so I can answer a few things pretty well. I have more experience with the plugin, but they're interchangeable, so ask away. I'll do my best to answer, but if not, head over to dehancer.com. Don't forget to use BLUESVIOLET at checkout to save up to 20% on subscriptions. Okay, that is going to be it for today. Like, share, subscribe if you want. If you don't, I don't care. You do you. I gotta go. See you soon. Okay, bye.